Hey there, Stoic community. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that affects all of us. Whether you're crushing it at school, grinding at work, or just trying to figure out this crazy thing called life. Have you ever felt completely drained, even when you haven't done much? Like your brain is a smartphone with 1% battery left. That's what energy drainers do to you. They are the silent thieves of your motivation, focus, and happiness. But here's the good news. The ancient Stoics have some surprisingly modern advice to help us deal with these energy vampires. And trust me, these guys knew a thing or two about handling life's challenges. Imagine you're at a party surrounded by friends, but you feel exhausted. Or you're sitting at your desk, staring at a to-do list that seems to grow longer by the second. We've all been there, right? That's your energy being zapped away, and it's time we do something about it. In the next 40 minutes, we're going to explore simple Stoic tips that can help you reclaim your energy and start living life on your own terms. We'll look at how to deal with negative people, social media overload, procrastination, and a whole bunch of other energy suckers that plague our modern lives. But this isn't just about identifying problems. We're going to arm you with practical, actionable advice straight from the Stoic playbook. These strategies have stood the test of time. We're talking thousands of years here, and they're just as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. So whether you're a student pulling all-nighters, an office worker drowning in deadlines, or someone dealing with relationship drama, this video is for you. We're going to learn how to stop wasting energy on things that don't matter and start focusing on what truly does. Are you ready to take control of your life and stop letting energy drainers run the show? Then let's dive in and discover how the wisdom of Stoicism can transform your daily life. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be looking at your energy in a whole new way. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty and unmask the top 10 energy vampires that are probably lurking in your life right now. Grab a pen because you'll want to take notes on these sneaky culprits. First, negative people. Picture this. You're feeling great, ready to conquer the world. And then, boom, your friend starts complaining about everything under the sun. Suddenly, your mood plummets faster than a skydiver without a parachute. That's the power of negative people. They're like emotional black holes, sucking the life out of everything around them. Second, social media overload. Hands up if you've ever said, "I'll just check Instagram for 5 minutes," and an hour later, you're still scrolling. Don't worry, we've all been there. Social media is like mental junk food. It feels good in the moment, but leaves you feeling empty and unsatisfied. And let's be honest, nobody's life is as perfect as their Instagram feed suggests. Third, procrastination. Procrastination, the fine art of doing absolutely anything, except that one thing you really need to do. It's like playing chicken with your deadlines, and trust me, the deadline always wins. Procrastination is that friend who convinces you to watch just one more episode at 2 a.m. when you have a big presentation the next day. Fourth, drama and gossip. Drama and gossip are like reality TV for your real life. Sure, it might be entertaining, but at what cost? Getting caught up in other people's drama is like voluntarily stepping into quicksand. The more you engage, the deeper you sink, and the more energy you waste. Fifth, lack of sleep. Listen up, night owls, skipping sleep isn't a superpower, it's a super problem. Your brain needs downtime to process information and recharge. Otherwise, you're basically a zombie running on caffeine and sheer willpower. And let's face it, no one makes good decisions when they're exhausted. 6. Overthinking. Ever lie awake at night replaying that awkward thing you said 5 years ago? Congratulations, you're an overthinker. Overthinking is like being on a mental treadmill, exhausting yourself without going anywhere. It's time to step off that treadmill. Seventh, an unhealthy diet. You are what you eat. And if you're constantly chowing down on junk food, guess what? You're going to feel like junk. An unhealthy diet is like putting the wrong fuel in your car. Sure, it might run for a while, but eventually it will break down. Your body deserves premium fuel. Eighth, people-pleasing. Are you the person who always says yes, even when you want to scream no? Welcome to the people-pleasing club. It's exhausting trying to make everyone happy all the time. Remember, you're not a pizza. You can't make everyone like you. Ninth, clutter and disorganization. If your room looks like a tornado hit it, your mind might feel the same way. Clutter isn't just physical, it's mental too. Every time you can't find your keys or trip over that pile of laundry, you're draining your mental energy. It's time to channel your inner Marie Kondo. 10th, toxic relationships. These relationships leave you feeling drained, anxious, or just plain awful. Whether it's a friend, a partner, or even a family member, toxic relationships are like energy vampires on steroids. They don't just drain your energy, they suck the joy out of life. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, you just listed everything in my life. What am I supposed to do now? Don't worry, Stoic warriors. In the next section, we'll arm you with the tools you need to fight these energy drainers. We're about to dive into the wisdom of Stoicism and learn how these ancient philosophers can help us tackle our very modern problems. Before we do that, take a moment and think, which of these energy drainers hit home for you? Drop a comment below and let me know. I bet you're not alone in your struggle. Stay tuned because we're about to get into the good stuff. How can ancient wisdom help us navigate our modern, hyper-connected, always-on world? Let's find out. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control. This is a big one. They divide things into two categories: things we can control and things we can't. Spoiler alert, the only thing we truly control is our own thoughts and actions. Everything else, let it go. For the Stoics, virtue was the highest good. Living a virtuous life is the key to happiness, and they focused on four main virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. Think of these as your inner compass, guiding you through life's challenges. Mindfulness and self-awareness were also core to Stoicism. The Stoics were practicing mindfulness way before it was cool. They constantly examined themselves and reflected on their actions. It's like having an internal mirror that helps you see yourself clearly. These principles aren't just philosophical mumbo-jumbo. They're practical tools for handling life's energy drainers. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You can't control the traffic, but you can control your reaction to it. That's Stoicism in action. Or think about social media FOMO. A Stoic approach would focus on your own actions and values rather than getting caught up in comparing yourself to others. The Stoics gave us a blueprint for living meaningfully and wisely while managing our energy. They understood that true power comes from within, not from external circumstances. So are you ready to channel your inner Marcus Aurelius and tackle those energy drainers head-on? In the next section, we're going to dive into 10 Stoic tips that will help you reclaim your energy and live your best life. Get ready, because we're about to turn you into energy management ninjas, Stoic style. Our body, property, reputation, and commands. These are not truly ours. They are external factors beyond our control. Let's break this down with a modern example. Imagine you're stuck in horrible traffic, running late for an important meeting, and feeling your blood pressure rise. You honk, curse, and maybe even consider some reckless driving maneuvers. But applying the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control changes everything. Can you control the traffic? No. Can you control the fact that you're going to be late? Probably not. Can you control your reaction to the situation? Absolutely. Once you recognize this, you have a choice. You can continue to stress and fume, wasting energy on something you can't change, or you can focus on what you can control, your attitude. You can remain calm, call ahead to inform them of your delay, and make a plan to leave earlier next time or find an alternative route. By shifting focus to what is within your control, stress decreases and energy is conserved. Instead of resisting reality, you work with what you have. Whenever you feel stressed or anxious, pause. Ask yourself if the situation is within your control. If it is, take action. If it isn't, practice acceptance and focus on your response. Consider LX, a freelance graphic designer. After submitting a project, he anxiously refreshes his email every 5 minutes, imagining both positive and negative feedback scenarios. Can he control when the client responds? No. Can he control what the client thinks? No. Can he control how he uses his waiting time? Yes. Instead of wasting energy on worry, Alex decides to work on another project, go for a walk, and remind himself that he has done his best. The result? He feels more productive and less stressed. When the feedback finally arrives, positive or not, he's in a better headspace to receive it. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control your response. That is where your power lies. Mindfulness is another essential tool. Though often associated with Buddhism, the Stoics practiced it long before it became mainstream. They called it *prosoke*, attention or focus. Marcus Aurelius captured this idea when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. Stoic mindfulness is about being fully present and aware of your thoughts, actions, and surroundings, allowing you to act deliberately rather than react on autopilot. Practicing this can be simple. One approach is the asterisk view from above asterisk. Imagine yourself floating above your current situation, seeing it from a cosmic perspective. Suddenly, that argument with a roommate feels insignificant. Another method is mindful breathing, taking slow, deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. This helps anchor you in the present moment. Another grounding exercise involves engaging your senses. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Lisa, a high school teacher dealing with a rowdy class, applies these techniques. As she starts to feel overwhelmed, she pauses and imagines herself observing the classroom from above, one small piece of a vast world. She takes 3 deep breaths and notices details around her: the whiteboard, a red backpack, the clock, a kindness poster, and sunlight streaming through the window. These small moments of mindfulness help her regain composure and better handle the situation. Another key Stoic practice is embracing discomfort. The Stoics didn't shy away from hardship. They welcomed it. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, regularly practiced poverty by dressing in rags, sleeping on the ground, and eating simple food. Why? To remind himself that he could endure hardship and be content regardless of circumstances. While this doesn't mean giving up all comforts, deliberately stepping out of your comfort zone can be transformative. Embracing discomfort saves energy in several ways. It builds resilience. When you practice handling discomfort, you waste less energy fearing it in the future. It reduces anxiety. When you know you can handle tough situations, you stop obsessing over what-if scenarios. And it increases appreciation. After experiencing discomfort, you value small comforts more. To practice this, you might take cold showers, fast for a day, or tackle a task you've been avoiding. Tom, a marketing executive terrified of public speaking, decided to embrace discomfort by volunteering for a team presentation. He prepared, visualized potential setbacks, and focused on what he could control: his preparation, attitude, and delivery. Though not perfect, his presentation boosted his confidence and showed him that his fears were exaggerated. Facing discomfort head-on reduced its power over him. Gratitude is another simple yet powerful way to conserve and redirect energy. The Stoics believed in appreciating what one has rather than fixating on what one lacks. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude isn't about having everything. It's about recognizing and valuing what you already possess. Lisa, a busy mother overwhelmed by daily responsibilities, found herself constantly drained. Inspired by Stoicism, she began writing down 3 things she was grateful for each night. At first, it felt forced, but over time, she started noticing more positive moments throughout the day. One night, her list included her daughter's laughter, a colleague's kind gesture of bringing coffee, and a beautiful sunset. This shift in focus helped her feel more energized and less burdened by the challenges of her day. Living with intention is another crucial Stoic principle. Epictetus advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. When you set clear intentions for your life, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with your values and conserve energy. James, a recent college graduate, found himself exhausted from saying yes to every social event and work request. After reflecting on his values, he realized he wanted to be reliable, excel at work without sacrificing personal time, and develop new skills. With this clarity, he set boundaries, declining late-night outings when he had early mornings and carving out time for personal growth. As a result, he felt more energized and fulfilled. Daily reflection is another tool the Stoics used for self-improvement. Seneca wrote, "I will keep constant watch over myself, and most usefully will put each day up for review." By taking just a few minutes at the end of the day to reflect on what went well, what could have been done better, and what was learned, you gain insight into how to improve and manage your energy effectively. Rachel, a high school teacher, often ended her days drained and questioning whether she made an impact. She started a practice of reflecting on her day by jotting down small wins, noting patterns in what drained her energy, and making adjustments for the next day. Over time, this practice helped her feel more satisfied and capable of managing her workload. Focusing on character is another way to conserve energy. When you prioritize virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control, you waste less energy on external validation. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Alex, a marketing executive, often found himself drained by office politics and the pressure to impress others. Inspired by Stoic teachings, he decided to focus on acting with integrity, treating others with kindness, and facing challenges with courage. As he did, he worried less about others' opinions and made decisions based on his values. The result, he felt more energized and respected. Finally, memento mori, remembering that you will die, is a powerful motivator. Far from being morbid, it reminds us to prioritize what truly matters. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." Sarah, a woman stuck in a job she hated, reflected on whether she'd spend her remaining years in the same way. Realizing she wouldn't, she found the courage to pursue her dream career. These Stoic principles, negative visualization, a structured morning routine, the dichotomy of control, mindfulness, embracing discomfort, gratitude, Intentionality, reflection, focusing on character, and remembering mortality are more than philosophical ideas. They are practical tools to reclaim energy and live with purpose. Stoicism teaches that managing energy isn't about eliminating stress, but about using energy wisely, focusing on what truly matters, and building resilience for whatever life brings.